I'm just going to bring this up because I think it's a hilarious story. Wink Martindale is AWOL from the New York Giants.
I love it. I love it.
And the stories that keep coming out of New York's media are wild.
They are wild.
Right? Like I was
reading up on it last night.
I went down a deep rabbit hole laying in bed last night. Right? Like it went from, I think after Black Friday, right? They fired the O-line coach in New York. They fired the special teams coordinator. Like they fired all these guys, and then like 5 to 6 hours later, you get an alert that's like Wink Martindale has resigned his position as defensive coordinator. And you're like, well, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, I don't know why you just resign, because as a coach, you never just resign because you always have guaranteed money, right? So you basically make them fire you, right? Like, no, you just fire me because I want my guarantees. And then the next day, it comes out where the Giants have like, well, he has not officially resigned. We have not officially fired him, but we can't get a hold of him.
Dude,
and everyone's like, wait,
he's turned into a player.
The start to the New York Post story is like the first two paragraphs. So it says, if Wink Martindale has resigned his position as the Giants defensive coordinator, he is advised to notify the Giants of this decision. As of Tuesday morning, the team had not heard anything from Wink Martindale, who stormed out of the building on Monday and Tuesday morning was on a flight headed back home to Florida.
Yeah, dude, and that's the best part is like someone like took pictures of him at the airport. Like it looked like he went straight from work. Like he still had his like his blue vest on, his white hat, his angry red face, and like and he was just at like heading home to Sarasota, baby. Like, and for people that are like, well, yeah, season's over. That's not how it works for coaches. Like, no. Like season ends. Like we talked about the abruptness for players, right? Like they kick the players out and they're like, see you in April. And then it is deep into, okay, what are we doing in the draft? Who are we keeping in free agency? Like self-scouting, like all of this. And so for a defensive coordinator to just go literally AWOL is wild. And then the story comes out that him and Daboll got in a screaming match on Monday. Yeah. And then it's like they got in a screaming match. And apparently there's been some bad blood between those two guys since
throughout the season.
Like Thanksgiving time with the Cowboys first. The Cowboys' second game, where apparently Daboll had approached Wink about, hey, Tommy DeVito's our starting quarterback. We need to be a little different in the approach in which we do things. Like, maybe don't gamble as much because we need to make them drive, keep things in front of you. And Wink was like, cool, and didn't do it. And then, like, you saw, like, Daboll and him at halftime walking in, like, because Daboll's a very animated person, and Wink's a very animated person.
Oh, yeah.
And I think from there, I think everything just kind of started to fray and fizzle. And so I don't know what was said. I don't think anyone does. Like, but this is like Game of Thrones, like behind the scenes, like stuff going on. And apparently Wink and Daboll had a huge blow up on Monday. The report is Wink slammed the door as they yelled at each other on the way out and was like, I'm going home to Florida.
Okay, obvious dumb question. So if midway through the season, head coach is pissed at defensive coordinator for insubordination or not following, his vision for the game plan, and then exit interview discussion, there's a blow up. Why doesn't head coach and front office just fire defensive coordinator? Why like that's where I'm tripped up on this. Why just get a new defensive coordinator?
There's got to be a reason, and I don't know. This is what I mean. Like, there's behind the scenes things at work here that none of us know about. Because the easy answer is, fire him, hire someone else, right? But maybe it's an owner decision. Maybe it's a Joe Sheen decision. Like, there's a lot of people that have to go in. I don't think Daboll has enough control of that organization at the moment to just be like, fire him, fire him, fire him. Right. And I think because he's like, I still want to keep my job. So maybe it's Joe Sheen saying like, no, we want Wink back. Maybe it's a bunch of players that were like, hey, we're only coming back here if Wink's back. Right. There's a lot of situations and a lot of like things that go into navigating this. But yeah, I honestly think at the end of the day, it's going to end with the Giants eventually just firing Wink Martindale, paying him his $3 million and heading on his way. But this is just like classic week after the season drama where you're just like, oh yeah, baby, here we go. Grab my popcorn and let's just follow. Let's follow the flight tracker from Sarasota to the Giants to see who's coming back.
I just found there's these New York Post photos of him at the airports. He always wears like the Under Armour or like the white undershirt, long shirt with his vest. He's literally walking through the airport with a coffee in his defensive coordinator outfit.
Dude, it looks like he went straight from work. Like, I don't think he went home. I think he got pissed off at work. He got in his car and he pulled up his Delta app and was like, Sarasota, bing, and just drove straight to the airport.
Dude, hey, have you ever seen those movies? And I think
left his car parked in the front, so they just tow it away.
Yeah, tow it, tosses him the keys. Like, I'm out. I'm never coming back to this hellhole. They owe me $3 million. I'll pay you. And that could be a decision, but I think Jay brings up an even better one. Is the players may have came in and been like, "Listen, Wink's our dude. Wink stays or I'm gone." Like, that becomes tough when the players are asking for that. But after the season, Jay's right. And I think in the Wolf of Wall Street, there's a big scene where everyone's just shredding papers and like burning shit. That's literally what the Monday looks like. And then it's crazy because when you go upstairs, you just see them shredding everything. They're like, well, that was a waste. Shh. And then literally they kick you out. And like Jay said, they just turn right around and they're like, all right, next year, let's start game planning. Like it's insane, dude.
Can you see this? No, this is the wrong.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Look at him.
Dude,
Yeah.
no luggage. No luggage.
The first one looks like he's
backpack.
walking into a game. Yeah. Dude, are those the Kobe's? Is he wearing Kobe's?
Oh, dude, he's
Can you
just
zoom
like,
in on that?
I'm going home. I'm not
I
doing
can't
this.
zoom in.
I'm not doing this.
Oh, man.